A couple more spoilers out there here, but this is Shade 79. But yeah, spoilers in case over here, but maybe like over here. But I'm gonna cover a response to Mark Hamill's, and there's a feud upon. Okay, I hate the trilogy. I hate the prequel trilogies. They're treating them like that over here. But I'm gonna have to say that, you know what. What I have to say, but you know what? See, my opinion for this is that the prequel trilogy is the Star Wars. It's not really bad, but yeah, I mean, it's not as great as the original trilogies. I mean, but it really does tie in. That it really does, and also, you know, like that here. But look, Jake Lloyd. Chosen to act. First of all, Jake Lloyd chosen to act to the film. He was auditioning to the film and like signing the books up to Star Wars. He may not be you don't know if he's a Star Wars fan or not, and but there's a lot of haters. But we're gonna have a couple of sides to the rules here. Well, first of all, you know what? I have to say to Mark Hamill that you have to ease down. You know what? You shouldn't push other people's opinions, and it's up here. But you know, at the same time, I have to defend the prequel trilogy here, because, you know, I mean, it does have some slow spots in this one. I think the second trilogy is the worst of the three, followed by 1 and then 3, because, you know, Revenge of the Sith is the one that really takes you into well, it's kind of sets it up here. Well, there's still some holes in between Revenge of the Sith and Rogue One. But we're going to have to say to, you know, I'm going to have to say something to Mark Hamill says, well, you got to tone it down a little bit. On the other hand, I have to say to but I have to agree to him to a point. Yeah, there are haters out there. There are Star Wars haters out there, and and some of them may be fanboys of other things. Yeah, they treat people like stuff there, but you get to understand. I mean, these characters have chosen to provide this new. People have chosen to audition to the movie. That's why they're there in the first place. If Jake Lloyd doesn't want to be able to do it, well. If Jake Lloyd doesn't want to do it, well, Jake Lloyd didn't have to be in this thing here, anyway. Now, I'm going to have to agree that, you know what, the prequels are not bad. It's just not as good as the original one here. But at the same time, Hayden Christensen, who played Anakin Skywalker, he kind of, you know, he kind of wasn't the best actor like that here, but he got better on the Revenge of the Sith. Yeah, that's what I have to talk about the prequel trilogy here. So this is my 2 takes on Mark Hamill's and defending like that. Yeah, and I'm also going to go to George Lucas. Yeah, I mean, he kind of blundered after the Star Wars and Empire like that, and he kind of really blundered between the Return of the Jedi and then 1983's Return of the Jedi, and then 1999's The Phantom Menace here. Yeah, my thoughts on the prequel trilogy. It was good, not great, not as great as the previous ones here. I just think that The Phantom Menace was kind of kind of like, you know, more entertaining than a lot of action on The Phantom Menace here. The pod racing and like that, and I'm gonna fly this. Yeah, it was like kind of a child moments of the film. Yeah, because of Anakin as a kid. You have the kid here, and I just think that's just so much romantic on the second. That just Too little overboard in the romantic, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the romantic has something to do between, leads up to the Revenge of the Sith, when Anakin and Padme, played by Hayden Christensen and Natalie Portman, Anakin and Natalie, had babies at the, and then her romance in the second, in episode 2, lead into a Padme becoming pregnant and therefore giving birth to twins at the end of the film, which is the twins were Leia and Luke. So yeah, I mean, it's not as great, but it does set things up for, it does kind of set things up for A New Hope, even though there's a couple of gaps, and that's why they should do a Leia between when Padme gives birth to Leia, and then the scene of her in the scene of her being captured by Darth Vader in A New Hope. So yeah, this is my takes of the prequel trilogy and Mark Hamill's saying about how the fans are like that. So yeah.